Hello. Welcome to Workouts for Older Men Live. My name is Cour, and I'm so glad you're joining me Saturday morning. You working out this morning? Up early this morning. Joining me. Have your questions ready here. Tell me where you're watching me from. We'll be starting here in a moment. Got to get everything broadcasting this live over on YouTube and on Facebook. Takes a little while for the feed to get out nice and clear. So start this off this way so that when I turn on the screen, I go right into where it'll be clear for you and not fuzzy. So that's what I need to do. So give you a little while to come on, get ready, get your questions ready for me. So glad you are here joining me. Make sure you're on all my social media platforms and make sure that you visit skiplacour.com often. A lot of the questions that we'll be answering today, they'll be on skiplacour.com. 10-minute video, 20-minute video, half-hour video, talk about it in more depth. But when you have questions, I'll be more than happy to go back and forth with you. All right. So if you're going to ask a question, stay close to your phone, your screen, however you're watching me, so that I can go back and forth and answer your question in more depth. Hello. Welcome to Workouts for Older Men Live. I am Skip LaCour. So glad you are joining me here today. Winnie, come on. Say hello. Tell me where you're watching me from. I want to answer your questions here live. I do this every single morning. All right, to bring you from some information, some inspiration to take your body, your mindset, your life to the next level now that you're a little bit older. I know you're busy. You get a lot of things done throughout the week, more than just working out. I know you want to be healthy and fit. Don't necessarily want to be a bodybuilder. There's so much information out there. I want to help you sort through it and differentiate what's important, what's not. I also give you the opportunity to reach out to me. Take a few men who are sick and tired. They're just sick and tired of all this confusion, carrying around the weight for so long. Now it's time to do something about it. Maybe you have more time, more brain space than when you were building your business, raising your family, taking your kids to travel ball. All right. And now kids are gone. Things are more settled down, still in the grind, but they're settled down. And now you finally want to lose that 40 pounds. What are the first steps to take? What's important, what's not? The chances are great that I'm not the only fitness person with some information, some advice that's coming across your screen. I understand all that. Why would you listen to me? What makes me different? Well, number one, all of the information that I present to you. I've been doing this for 35 years. I turned 62 years old yesterday. Been doing this for 35 years, 15 years. I was a competitive drug-free bodybuilder, a 6-time national champion drug-free bodybuilder. I'm proud to say. I mean, it was my life. Every single one of the strategies that you're talking about, from the workouts, more volume, less volume, heavier weight, lighter weight. All right, the training frequency. I did it all. I did it all with passion. I did it all. All right, like my life depended on it. I was obsessed, like a lot of the younger passion fitness experts. All right, did everything. Right, learned from the best. I sponsored and associated with some of the best supplement companies. They hired me to represent their company, and so I had a lot of not only my personal drive to be the best. I represented the companies that I worked for who had training programs. So I had to make them work. A lot of different training programs, a lot of things that you're all the different diets. All right, and I want to share my perspective. But my perspective now, 20 years removed from that obsessed lifestyle, right? Doing all those strategies. Now I live a balanced life here at 62. I've got a daughter who's going to be turning 11, a son who's 9. All right, I've got all the responsibilities that you had when you were younger. And I really respect all those things care back when I was just worrying about training and eating and training and eating and training and eating and posting what I learned on the internet, right? I have a lot of respect for what you accomplish. I'm certainly not one of those fitness experts that, what's your excuse? Just an hour a day. All right. I respect what you've done. And so now as you try to put it all together, I talk about balance in life. Like balance in life can't be judged like what you do week to week, or certainly not day to day, even month to month. It's you go through periods of life. It might be years where you really took care of your family, took care of your business, went back and forth on that. Well, now's the time, if you're sick and tired, to start focusing on your fitness. I want to help you simplify the process. All right. So if you have any questions, go ahead and ask us. I want to do whatever I can during this time. Just that voice and inspiration, get you to focus on what you want most. Maybe answer a question again, simplify the process, differentiate what's important, what's not, so you can just get to work. Right? Tap that screen, like that screen, share that screen. The more men who are just like you come on these rapid fire questions, the more we get done. Right? Make sure you follow if you're on TikTok, and thank you so much for the likes. Brings more men over here, so I appreciate being here. All right, let's jump into some of these questions. See what the question of the day is. I'm always looking for what's the question that has the biggest impact, that it will help the most men. That gets the title on the thumbnail screen when I put this up. And by the way, on TikTok, if you're just joining in, you only have 10 minutes. Maybe you're on your commute. Maybe you're doing cardio in the gym. Right? All of these replay versions that I do are available on my TikTok page, my YouTube channel, at Skip LaCour. So you can watch them in their entirety on my YouTube channel at Skip LaCour, and make sure that you subscribe when you get there. What's the biggest mistake people make when they start their fitness journey? Great question. That is a great question, Stevie. Okay, so Stevie asked, what's the biggest mistake? And it's not putting enough attention on their nutrition, on their eating. They think, I want to transform my body. Let's lift some weights. Okay, what's right? This day, heavy rate, and they really get into the process. A lot of us may think that what's going to transform our body the quickest, make that significant gain, is to build all this muscle. So we got to hit those weights. You definitely want to hit those weights, but I'll tell you, especially you want to forget about the way you look for a second. Right? I know that's the initial attraction. I don't like the way that I look, or I want to improve the way that I look. It's going to do so much for my confidence, or whatever it is. Just think for practical purposes. Food is energy. Energy is food. Calories is energy. All right. It's a drug. Food is a drug. It's either going to turn you into a high performance thinker, energy, production, how much stamina, right? It's a drug. It's a performance enhancing, life enhancing, thinking enhancing, whether you use it well or not, right? Whether you use it well or not, right? That's where this happens, all right? So when you eat better, I mean, you feel better, you think more clearly. Your moods, right? Handling the stress in life, your responsibilities, sleeping better at night. All of those things enhance the quality of life, and that's all with your nutrition. Now, there's big talk of processed food that I think is warranted, right? But it's managing those calories. You want to eat as much food as humanly possible, the right foods, while you're gradually losing body fat. Now it's so much about weight. So how we all think about this sometimes, it's a little short-sighted, and because it's short-sighted the way we think about it, a lot of people, when they start, they'll quit because too drastic of a change, unnecessarily drastic change, have to have a little bit more patience. So it's undoubtedly they don't put enough thought into their eating habits, and certainly not enough execution, right? But that's definitely it. Cardiovascular training back in the days, remember in the 70s when there'd all be those people jogging on the street. I got to get in shape, right? If you want to make that transformation, if you want to lose that body fat, if that's primarily what you focus on, it can all be done with your diet. Now, you want to weight train, you want to do some cardiovascular training for overall health, but it's diet, diet, diet. And, you're going to hear that mixed in with all the fitness experts that you hear, all the gurus, no matter if they're young or old, they'll talk about nutrition. Some of them, they say it, they may do it, but it's it's something that's very challenging for a lot of people to really understand. They kind of eat quote unquote healthy foods and they use portion control. That's usually where they stop, if they even start and stop there. Right. So thank you so much for that question. Definitely, it's older men's biggest fitness challenge, and just not putting enough attention on it, and hoping that the weight training or cardio will do the job. That's the biggest mistake they make by far. Hello, Gus One over on YouTube. Thank you for being here. Make sure you follow on YouTube. All right. Say hello. Tell me where you watch from. Tell me how old you are over on TikTok. I want to know how old you are. Whose pages I'm showing up for you pages. Right. Thank you so much for the likes. I appreciate that. Tap that screen, brings more men like you. Just boom, boom, boom. So I can come on, answer lots of your questions that would be helpful to everyone, and get you on your way. All right. Let's see. So Stevie, Derek is 33 years old. Thank you so much for those hearts. I appreciate the energy. All right. Let's see if I've got any questions here. Hey, Facebook, even if you're watching in the replay version, say hello, even in the replay version, and post your questions. Your questions in the comment section, even in the replay version, gives me the material where I can come on and field your questions. If there's no questions, I can just answer questions that maybe you asked day before or something like that, right? So even when you're watching the replay version, make sure that you post your questions. All right. People coming through. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for the likes on TikToks. Make sure that you follow. All right. You'll be alerted every time I go live. Go live at this time every single morning. I know I'll tell you, I've been, Dave. Greetings, Dave, over on YouTube. I don't even know how long I've been doing this every single morning at 4 o'clock my time. You're the first person I talk to every morning. Right now it's 4:22 a.m. where I am, Pacific time, 7 a.m. Eastern time. And, I kind of go back and forth. I'll just post a video. Do you have to go live? Right? What do you guys think? You guys get anything out of this? Let me know, even if you're watching the replay version. I can always just post videos and sleep in. I kind of go back and forth every single morning saying, should I go live? Does it matter? Ogre, good morning, sir. Drinking my pre-workout, getting ready to bang one out. Who's working out? Good for you. Have a good workout. It's nothing better than Saturday morning workouts. And I say that reminiscing about my Saturday morning workouts when I was single and couldn't wait to get to the gym and different energy. First thing in the morning, a lot of times the gym's open a couple hours later on Saturday. I love those Saturday morning workouts. Seems like my Saturday mornings are getting the kids mentally and physically ready for some game that they have. My kids both play 4 sports. At least it seems like a couple at a time. You get a lot out of it. So I'm usually my workout is getting them prepared for their games on Saturday mornings. Love it though. A lot of men they say, "Wow, just enjoy those times, Skip." I remember those times. Maybe they were challenging, running around, but enjoy those times. I'd give anything to have those days back, and I appreciate that. I enjoy them immensely. Right? I enjoy them immensely. I was just talking to my wife and talking to my kids. 8 years from now, you guys are gone already. Okay, Stevie, I'm a first timer, and I appreciate the information you've given out. Awesome, thank you so much. Hey, again, how I differentiate myself is, again, all of the experience, all the really exciting, new and different, strategies. A couple of my followers alerted me to a TikToker. And this, again, I won't even point them out, but this is the challenge that you're going through with information, right? And it was a TikToker, and he used my video to say, don't don't lift heavy on an incline dumbbell bench press. Said it's a finesse exercise. And I swear to God, he must have had like 20-pound dumbbells. Goes, go really deep, and by the fifth rep with 20-pound dumbbells, if your chest isn't on fire, and or whatever he said, and I realized that he got a lot of attention. It wasn't good attention, right? But sometimes in this game, I mean, there's so many fitness influencers. Any attention is good attention. I normally wouldn't have said that before, but doing this long enough, right? If you get any attention, right? But that didn't work out well for them. I think that everybody should train safely, but I also think that weight training is it's risk versus reward. You always should play safe, and heavy is relative, right? Heavy is relative. You should never lift more than you can handle safely. You should build that up slowly. All right. Again, for many of the men who I talk to, man, the transformation with losing the body fat is usually the biggest thing you have to do. But when I was looking at it, I realized is that trying to get attention, sometimes I've seen a lot of guys just kind of make things up, or it's their theory. And man, I appreciate the hustle and the grind of all the fitness experts. And if it works out well for them, good for them. I want that. I want it to work out for them. But a lot of times there's a blur line between opinion, all right, maybe that's worked for them, and they throw it out there, and I guess they'll see when it works. But for your fitness experts, it's not an easy grind doing this. Most of them do it just out of the goodness of their heart, right? Just trying to share their experience. But there's a lot of them here and a lot of different ranges of experience. Another thing too, they have different goals in mind, right? When I would post something, I was the most detail-oriented, drug-free bodybuilder. I was obsessed, right? And in some ways, eating every 2 hours, nothing would get in my way, right? That I don't care if it's conversation, I don't care if it's business, I don't care what was going on. I would plan my schedule around my eating. Like, that's how badly I wanted it, and all the information I presented was from that experience. And it wasn't until I was in a business meeting about 12 years ago or so, and the guy bought all my stuff, all my VHS tapes or books at that time, and I was kind of looking at him, I was going, "How you were buying my stuff?" And he said, "Man, you were hardcore," and I was hardcore. I was doing my experience the way that I did it, and obviously as a 6-time national champion, it must have worked, right? But now, being 62 years old, I target a different audience. All right. The men who I help, and again, that's the thing you got to understand, right? Even though it's building muscle and losing body fat, there's different levels of desire. Everybody doesn't want to be a big, huge bodybuilder, young, old, or something in between. A lot of men just want to get healthy and fit. They want a system that they can understand, that can keep the weight off, maybe build some muscle. Everybody doesn't want the same things, and they also don't have different starting points, right? So really is what you want, and that's sometimes it's confusing for a lot of you guys. You're getting all this information, trying to pick and choose what's important, and for what you're doing, it's not quite as important as you may think. And the things that are important, you're skipping. You're not putting enough energy and attention in the basic organizing principles. And I get it. It's challenging sometimes to differentiate that, and that's what I want to do. I really help the men who are on here that don't have an avatar. They don't have their picture. If they want to leave as little of a social media footprint as possible, they're looking for the information. Use the great source of the internet to if they're going to work out 3, 4, 5 days a week, they're going to watch what they eat. They want to do it right, but have a lower profile, right? Not necessarily commenting all the time, right? If that sounds like you, that's who I target, who I help most. Even though, right, man, all the different things, man. I talk about protein consumption, man. 400 or 500 grams of protein a day. right? Had access to the best whey protein from the best supplement companies, in addition to competing with high ambitions on the stage. And that served, its purpose. But that isn't what everybody needs to do. It isn't, to reach their goals. So it's important that you understand that. It's tough to. You don't know necessarily who the information is targeting. It's not just a blanket all the same. Randall, hello, over on Facebook. Good morning to you, sir. All right. All right, let's see here. Let me answer some of these questions. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for the likes. I appreciate that. A lot of guys coming through. See if you have any questions over on Facebook. Make sure you post them. Also say hello. All right. Good morning here. Rob Corn 69. Thank you so much for being here. Do I believe in testosterone supplements? Now, does that mean over-the-counter testosterone supplements? I don't believe they're as effective as what most men hope for. And if they really knew how effective or ineffective, however they would judge it, they probably wouldn't buy them. So I guess the answer is over-the-counter testosterone supplements. I do not. I guess you're asking me, do I believe in their effectiveness, right? All right. What's the best choice to make when it comes to gaining muscle? What's the best choice to make? Progressive overload, getting a little bit better in some way, shape, or form. One more rep, 5 more pounds, better form, feel, and execution, right? That better mind muscle connection. Stevie, those may be terms that you don't understand. It's being patient in the process, not just doing the 3 times 10 rep mentality, as I call it, right? Where regardless of how strong you are, you pick up that weight, you do 10 reps. Whether it's easy to do 10 or not, you stop. Maybe you fight to get to 10 sometimes, but not really putting the most effort, right? Getting close safely to absolute failure, progressive or getting better with your workout. Having a plan, having structure, and getting better and better at that structure. That's the key to muscle building, being consistent and then backing that up with good eating habits, right? Ogre, the training splits, they both work. I mean, when you get into the weeds, if you use chest, you use triceps, it's pretty exhausted of those things. Thoughts on creatine consumption at 50? Thoughts? Well, most men don't know what creatine does. They just know they gain weight and they feel full or whatever it is. But, what does that really do? Why have you made the decision to use creatine? Creatine just volumizes the muscle. All right. The muscles they're either expand or contract with fluid retention, right, which is a normal thing that maximizes. So does that necessarily build muscle? A lot of men love the feeling. They think when they're 8 or 10 pounds bigger, they're stronger. They like the feeling. If that's what you think creatine does for you, that's what it does. And that's a good value. I think a lot of men don't really understand what it does, and they overvalue what it can do for you. Just because you're not taking creatine doesn't mean just through good eating habits and good consistent training that your muscles are volumized anyway. Maybe not as easily as creatine, but again. Yeah, I'm not a peptide expert. So, yeah, I don't talk about things I don't know anything about. You're welcome, Jason. All right, guys, reach out to me. I do this every single morning and give you the opportunity to reach out. A couple guys every single morning. This weekend, a good time to contact me, whether we set up before the next week. All right. So reach out to me. All right. Take action. If you're sick and tired, I extend this opportunity. Text me a picture at 925-352-4366. Then go to talk.com. There's a questionnaire there. There's a questionnaire there. Fill that out. I'll have that questionnaire. I'll know a lot about you from the questionnaire and the picture. And then I'll text you. We'll set up some time where we can talk on the phone. 10 minutes that can help you, focus on your biggest fitness challenge. You'll see when you fill out that questionnaire, you will have identified what that is. All right. Validate everything that you are doing, right, and doing right, that I can support and keep you going. Make some adjustments if necessary, maybe an understanding of what it is you're doing. And then giving you probably a realistic time frame, what you can expect. A lot of times you're doing everything right. It's frustrating because you think you should have more muscle or less body for your effort in a time frame, and that just may not be the case. And so I'll give you a realistic time frame where you can see results. For a lot of men, that's really freeing. They just felt as though they should get, again, better results in a shorter period of time from their efforts. All right, so reach out, text me. I usually have about a few men do that every single morning. Right. What I love, they respect their time. So if they're not ready to use the information, they don't bother text me until they are. Right. They're very respectful of their own time, and they're very respectful of my time, and I appreciate that. But if you are sick and tired, you're sick and tired, and you need to simplify this process. Right. I want to help you do that. All right. Also, so again, text me at the number on the screen. I want to know how can I get going with you, right? I got a lot of ways to help reach goals, a lot of different coaching programs. It really depends on the person, where they are in the process, what their goals are, right? Everybody doesn't want to be a big, huge bodybuilder. I understand that. Some men just need to finally get the last 10 pounds of fat off. Some men are like 50 pounds overweight. They've been carrying it around for a long time, and they need some certainty, some steps how to get started on this process. So everybody has different goals. That's why I probably spend a half an hour talking to men, just learning about them before, even if a lot of times I can just give you the information you need, set you straight, have you come back after you do some simple steps for a while. Maybe coaching isn't right for you yet. Maybe you don't even need coaching at all. Maybe just more certainty, right? So you can make that decision, right? But here's a great package. If you go to solutionswithskip.com, solutionswithskip.com. This is usually a lot of men, they just love this information. They watch my videos here on TikTok. They watch my live videos on Facebook and on YouTube. They like the whole thing geared to men, not quite as complicated and effective. They feel certain it's effective, right? So if you get a digital package of information, audios, videos, workout routine, instructional videos, explaining the biggest fitness challenges and their solutions, audio, training, nutrition, mindset, motivation, lifestyles. It's all just a steady stream of direct information. If you want to build muscle, lose body fat, busy schedule now that you're a little bit older, right? But the best part of that package is talking to me for an hour. I become your personal coach. We talk on the phone. The call is recorded, so you can listen to it over and over again, which is really helpful as I explain to you what to do, all right? Exactly how to do it, training, nutrition, all right? Then you're going to have questions along the way. I'll prepare you what the journey is going to be like, what to expect, right? But a lot of times when you're in the middle of it, it's just all theory. But then when you get in the middle and it starts happening, you're going to listen to that recording over and over again to keep you going. You did tell me about that. That is exactly what I'm experiencing, right? So go to solutionswithskip.com. Minimal investment, $147 for everything that you get. Really, the coaching session with me is worth twice that much, and that's an added bonus. I want you to understand the power of one-on-one coaching, right? Where I talk to you on the phone, I don't delegate it down to coaches who I trust. You talk to me. I don't just send emails or leave messages or that type of thing. I mean, you're actually talking to me. All right, so go to solutionswithskip.com. Okay, so Ogre says, thank you for doing live skips. You're a legend. I've been following you since I was a kid. Thank you so much. You know what I love about this is when a lot of older men, they weren't into bodybuilding. They didn't read the bodybuilding magazines or anything like that. So they just know me as a guy who helps out older guys, right? But I love it here when I get reconnected with somebody who's been watching me for 20 years. All right. All right, so go to solutionswithskip.com. All right. Let's see. All right. You guys have any more questions? Appreciate for being here. Have a great Saturday. Get your workout in. I put on there, hey, on my Facebook page, I put, hey, there's nothing better than a Saturday morning workout, is there? Right. But then I already know what the comments are going to come, so everybody gets funny with that. But there is nothing better than a Saturday morning workout. So, hey, let's take on the day with a sense of urgency. We have to when we're a little bit older. We've got more time behind us than we do in front of us. Have a great day.